Namo Phat. Good morning. Thanks for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. For Dharma lesson, we're reading Ajahn Chah's book, Everything is Teaching Us, and we're continuing a Dharma talk called About Being Careful this morning. Giving up all evil, practicing what is good, purifying the mind. We give up wrongdoing first, and then start to develop the good. What is the good and meritorious? Where is it? It's like fish in the water. If we scoop all the water out, we'll get the fish. That's a simple way to put it. If we scoop out and pour back in, the fish remains in the barrel. If we don't remove all forms of wrongdoing, we won't see merit and we won't see what is true and right. Scooping out and pouring back, scooping out and pouring back, we only remain as we are. Going back and forth like this, we only waste our time, and whatever we do is meaningless. Listening to teachings is meaningless. Making offerings is meaningless. All our efforts to practice are in vain. We don't understand the principles of the Buddhist way, so our actions don't bear the desired fruit. When the Buddha taught about practice, he wasn't only talking about something for ordained people. He was talking about practicing well, practicing correctly. Supatipano means those who practice well. Ujupatipano means those who practice directly. Naya patipano means those who practice for the realization of path, fruition, and nibbana. Samichipatipano are those who practice inclined towards truth. It could be anyone. These are the Sangha of true disciples, Savaka, of the Lord Buddha. Lay women living at home can be Savaka, laymen can be Savaka. Bringing these qualities to fulfillment is what makes one a Savaka. One can be a true disciple of the Buddha and realize enlightenment. Most of us in the Buddhist fold don't have such complete understanding. Our knowledge doesn't go this far. We do our various activities thinking that we will get some kind of merit from them. We think that listening to teachings or making offerings is meritorious. That's what we're told. But someone who gives offering to get merit is making bad karma. You can't quite understand this. Someone who gives in order to get merit has instantly accumulated bad karma. If you give in order to let go and free the mind, that brings you merit. If you do it to get something, that's bad karma. Listening to teachings to really understand the Buddha's way is difficult. The Dhamma becomes hard to understand when the practice that people do, keeping precepts, sitting in meditation, giving, is for getting something in return. We want merit. We want something. Well, if something can be obtained, who gets it? We get it. When that is lost, whose thing is it that's lost? The person who doesn't have something doesn't lose anything. And when it's lost, who suffers over it? Don't you think that living your life to get things brings you suffering? Otherwise, you can just go on as before, trying to get everything. And yet, if we make the mind empty, then we gain everything. Higher realms, nibbana, and all their accomplishments, we gain all of it. In making offerings, we don't have any attachment or aim. The mind is empty and relaxed. We can let go and put down. It's like carrying a log and complaining it's heavy. If someone tells you to put it down, you'll say, if I put it down, I won't have anything. Well, now you do have something. You have heaviness, but you don't have lightness. So do you want lightness, or do you want to keep carrying? One person says to put it down, the other says he's afraid he won't have anything. They're talking past each other. We want happiness, we want ease, we want tranquility and peace. It means we want lightness. We carry the log, and then someone sees us doing this and tells us to drop it. We say we can't because what would we have then? But the other person says that if we drop it, we can get something better. The two have a hard time communicating. If we make offerings and practice good deeds in order to get something, it doesn't work out. What we get is becoming and birth. It isn't a cause for realizing Nibbana. Nibbana is giving up and letting go. Trying to get, to hold on, to give meaning to things aren't causes for realizing Nibbana. The Buddha wanted us to look here, at this empty place of letting go. This is merit. This is skillfulness. May all beings be well, may all beings be happy, may all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thanks for joining me today.